Gun Collector 007 here with just a quick video. And I had a subscriber, J-Rod, ask me a question, and it was, what kind of holster do I use for a Glock 19 if I have a Glock 19? And I dug one of my 19s out. This is a really old one. This is a Gen 2, and it's one of my favorites actually, because I don't like the finger grooves on the newer versions. But anyway, so what holsters do I use or recommend for a Glock 19? As a big holster, if you want an inside the waistband one, this one here is made by Outbags. Like I say, big holster. It's kind of bulky. The only benefit to this holster is if you put it has a magazine pouch built into it. You can wear it inside the pants. You definitely need to have baggy pants on to wear this, and you could wear it at 3 o'clock, or I wear this at 4 o'clock if I wear it. It's it's not the most comfortable. It's probably, I forget what it was, 20 bucks or so. It's a cheap holster. But if you want something that's inexpensive and will last, I have had this for a couple of years, and it works fine. This is a way to go. A more comfortable way that I carry this gun is with this holster here, and this is a great holster. This is a Hume holster, and it says number 36 4-inch on it, if you can see that, and it's just a gorgeous holster. I got this on eBay, Hume, and I don't know what it was, 40 bucks or something like that, but this is without a doubt an extremely comfortable holster to carry a Glock 19 in. Fits perfectly. The muzzle is flush, with the bottom of the holster. The trigger guard is covered nicely. It's a very, very stiff leather, and it's got a very strong clip on it. So, and I like that. It's a deep pocket carry. I'm not gonna actually try it on right now, but it's a deep pocket carry, but it still enables you to get a nice purchase and draw the gun if you need to. So for holster choices, I would certainly recommend this. This is what I use. You don't have to use what I use, but if you're asking, this is what I use. And Hume is it's a great holster. It's they're not that expensive, yet if you look at the stitching on it, it's a high quality holster. And I know a lot of people lately have been asking me, why don't I clear my gun? My gun's always clear when I'm doing a video, or sometimes they're not, but I don't know. I don't go in for that. I practice the rule of safeties. You don't see my finger on the trigger, and if my gun is not clear, I promise you I'm certainly aware of it. But for people that have asked me to start clearing my gun on camera, there's no magazine and nothing inside the gun. So there we go. So I don't get people sometimes. Believe me, I'm very big on gun safety, and I wouldn't want to teach bad gun handling habits to a new person. That's not what I'm about at all. But these people that go on about the gun safety, you wouldn't be seeing the video if I shot myself. I wouldn't be able to upload the video, so that would be the end of it. So it's the gun is safe, but even if it was loaded, don't put your finger on the trigger. And really, you could shake it, you could bake it, you could do anything you want. This gun is not going to go off unless you pull the trigger. So keep the finger off the trigger, keep it pointed in a safe direction, and that's it. And treat it as it's loaded. I'm not pointing it at myself or anyone else. It's pointing at a solid wall in front of me that I had reinforced with a piece of steel. So we're all good. So anyway, back to the Glock 19. Great video. I'm not going to do a review on it. The problem with me with the Glock 19, and quite frankly why I don't carry it anymore, is because I'm only allowed to carry these 10-round magazines in my Glock 19. So I have, this is just one bag, but I have, several 10-round magazines, and then I have several 15-round magazines and even a 17, which are registered with my state now. And the thing is, I keep these as a home protection gun. I will keep it loaded with the 17 rounds, so that's a good thing, but I can't carry it with the 17. So there's, I don't carry this gun often. I don't say I don't carry it at all, but when I do carry it, I have to carry it with a 10 round magazine. But instead of doing that, I normally carry and this is loaded, I normally carry my Glock 26. So it's such a smaller gun, and to be able to carry the same size, with the same amount of rounds, that's it. So you might have heard me mention, some of you guys, I am planning on moving to Texas and Florida before this year is out, and hopefully down there, I know they have better gun laws, and I will be able to carry any gun I want. So I'll probably go on a massive buying spree once I'm down there, because there's so many guns that I watch on YouTube and I see people have, and I would want them, and but they're 15 or 17 rounds, and I'm not allowed to have them. This I'm allowed to have, as well as some of my others, just because I registered them in 2012 when everything went haywire up here in Connecticut. So anyway, so that's just a quick review. Mostly it's a holster review for the Glock 19 Hume holster. Again, it's the number 36 4-inch, and highly recommended. And just one little tip that I do as far as holsters go, whenever I take my gun out of the holster for whatever reason, if it's a loaded gun and I take it out, if I had to present it or something like that, when I put the gun away, this is just me personally, I always take the holster. So if I drew my gun out of my holster and this was left in my pants, if I'm putting the gun back in, this is just me, I take the holster back out again, and then I put the gun back in the holster, and I put the whole thing back in my belt. I'm not comfortable with just jamming a gun into a holster. If it's an outside the waistband, that's a different story. But an inside the waistband, your shirt or something could get caught on the trigger, and you could have an accidental discharge and hit an area that you certainly don't want to be hit. And so that's not for me. So my tip is, if I have to draw the gun, I draw the gun, but when I put it away, I take the holster out of the pants, put the gun back in the holster, and then put the whole thing back inside the waistband. So that's just my little tip on that, and there you go. So just a quick video, and thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.